Today, we're diving into some simple but seriously powerful ways to boost student engagement. We're going to look at a handful of digital video tools that can totally transform your teaching, whether you're in the classroom or connecting remotely. So if you're ready to create more connection and clarity in your lessons, let's jump right in.
This is the big question, isn't it? It's on every educator's mind. How in the world do we create a learning experience that really grabs both our in-person students and our asynchronous learners? How do we make sure every single one of them feels seen, connected, and supported? It's a huge challenge for sure, but one that has some really exciting solutions.
And really, that challenge is what defines the modern classroom. The old models, they just don't always fit anymore. That means our methods, and especially our tools, have to evolve right along with them. It is all about finding more flexible, more human ways to connect with every single student. As educators, we're all juggling the same three hurdles, right? First, there's the constant, crushing pressure of time. There are never, ever enough hours in the day. Then you've got student confusion, that look you see when a concept just isn't landing for everyone. And finally, the toughest one of all, disengagement. These are the real-world problems we're here to tackle. Okay, I know for a lot of people, the very idea of creating video content brings up these nightmares of complicated software and just hours of editing. But honestly, that's not the reality anymore. What if I told you it could be as easy as writing an email, but like 10 times more effective? That's the promise we're going to explore today. All right, let's open up your new digital toolkit. We're going to unpack 4 specific, super user-friendly tools that are, and I'm not exaggerating, absolute game changers for teachers. These platforms are built to be accessible, powerful, and pretty much ready to go right out of the box. And here they are. Seriously, think of these 4 as your new teaching assistants. You've got Canva, the all-in-one designer. There's ScreenPal, the super focused screen recorder. Then Google Vids, the collaborative creator. And finally, Loom, the undisputed king of quick communication. Each one has its own special superpower. So first up, Canva. Now, a lot of you probably already know and love it for making beautiful slides, but its built-in video recording feature is a powerhouse. You can design your whole presentation, you can add cool animated stuff to your slides, and then boom, record yourself presenting it all in one smooth workflow. It's just perfect for creating those polished, short video lessons we call micro lessons. Next, let's talk about ScreenPal. This is your go-to when you need to walk students through a process on your screen. For things like, here's how to solve this math problem, or here's how you navigate this website. It gives you really precise control to record your whole screen or just a tiny part of it. And you can even draw and highlight right on the screen as you talk. It's fantastic for guiding your students' attention exactly where you want it. Now for the team player in the group, Google Vids. If your school runs on Google Workspace, this is an absolute must-try. It lets you and your students create videos together right from a collaborative storyboard, all inside that familiar Google environment. Everything saves directly to Drive, which makes it perfect for group projects without any of the usual file-sharing headaches. And finally, Loom. Okay, if you value speed above all else, Loom is your champion. Its superpower is instant sharing. I mean it. The very second you finish recording, a shareable link is copied to your clipboard, ready to go. This makes it absolutely brilliant for giving that quick personal feedback on student work or sending out a class announcement that just feels way more personal than a plain old email. Okay, so we've met the team. Now for what's maybe the most important part. Which tool should you actually use and when? Let's get really practical here and match the perfect tool to the specific teaching task you have in mind. So this table really breaks it all down. The most important thing here is to choose based on your goal, right? So if you need a beautiful, polished lesson that has animated graphics, Canva is your best bet, hands down. If you need to show a really detailed software demo with you drawing on the screen, ScreenPal gives you all that control. Need to send super fast personal feedback? Loom's instant share link is completely unbeatable for that. And for any kind of collaborative student project, well, Google Vids is the clear winner because of how seamlessly it works with Google Drive. So, you now have the knowledge and you have the toolkit. The final piece of this whole puzzle is actually putting it into practice. This is where we make that shift from just learning about the tools to actually using them to create something really valuable for your students. And the best way to start is, well, to just start. Think of it like climbing a mountain. It might look a little intimidating from the bottom, but that whole journey just begins with one single, achievable step. Your very first 3-minute micro lesson, that's your first step. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be done. And to make it even easier, here's a simple 3-step plan. First, just quickly script your flow. A little hook to grab them, your main teaching point, and then a call to action for your students. Second, select the best tool for that job from the 4 we talked about. And third, just hit record. Aim for just a couple of takes and try to keep it under 3 minutes. That's it. You can do this. Because, at the end of the day, this isn't about becoming some kind of professional video producer. It's about finding new, better ways to connect. A simple 3-minute video can clarify a really tough concept, it can offer some personal encouragement, or it could spark a student's curiosity. You're not just making content, you're building bridges to empower every single learner in your classroom. So as we wrap things up here, I want to leave you with this one question to chew on. Take a look at your upcoming lesson plans. Find that one concept, the one, that always seems to trip students up. And just ask yourself, what is the first lesson you are going to transform with video?